Today we are watching Giorgio Petrosyan versus Samy Sana. This was a fight that had a $1 million prize on it. Both these athletes were ripping through all the other kickboxers in their division. They had to compete 2 times before this in an 8-man tournament to get to the final, but it was not the traditional style where you have to do it all in one night. It was done over multiple events, kind of over the span of a year. So the final fight of this 8-man tournament with a $1 million prize. That is unheard of in the kickboxing world. Something that big, normally it would be 100,000. K1 Max in its prime was 300,000. The World Grand Prix for the heavyweights was 400,000. And this is just phenomenal. Now, it's too bad that ONE FC has not got back to doing these tournaments, but let's dive into this. Giorgio Petrosyan, so few losses, but Sana, just a monster at the 154 division. So tall, so strong, beat guys like Yachts and Cly just with his overwhelming strength. Southpaw versus Orthodox, obviously. You can see Giorgio just using that southpaw advantage, stepping off to his right, just like so. Although he takes a groin shot there. Size is not always an advantage, but very often the strength and the hitting power, especially with guys who cut a lot of weight, can significantly advantage you. But somebody like Giorgio Petrosyan usually does not crumble to that element because he is so technical. He doesn't go force for force. He's beating you with his mind. That was a clean shot there. All right. Looks like the action is going to restart. Petrosyan, one of the best in the world at taking minimal damage, except for his couple losses. And he's only had 2 real ones that I can think of where he got KO'd. Aside from that, very, very good at defense. Probing with that left arm. Nice sweep there. Just touching, no massive power. Just placing them out. Always ready to step to his right. Giorgio Petrosyan to cut that angle. Sana trying to do some good pressure, but just having trouble getting any combos happening. It's all sort of single shots. It's going to be hard to beat Petrosyan at that. You really got to work in some combos with him or against him. And he's not a big KO artist, Giorgio Petrosyan, mostly because he's very, very smart. And he's not going to put himself at risk of getting KO'd just to finish a fight. He's happy to win by decision, to piece people up. Look at that tight guard. Like just unaffected by 2 full power hooks. Blocks the round kick. Good counter cross back. If you don't already have that in your arsenal, you should absolutely add it. That cross block to that big power counter. So composed. Cuts the angle again with that hook. Makes it very dangerous for Sana to approach because he's just always at risk of getting countered. I'd say that was not a Sana round in spite of him raising his hands. I don't remember anything massive landing in his favor. $1 million, in case you don't recognize it, in kickboxing is an enormous number. I know I already mentioned, 100,000, 300,000, 400,000, but those are also ridiculously high numbers. I'd say the average fighter in kickboxing, fighting for, let's say, ONE FC or Glory, aside from being a superstar, maybe you're getting 10 grand a fight. That's probably a pretty normal number. So to pick up so much more than that for this is amazing. These guys could fight their whole career and not make $1 million. Or at least Sana. Giorgio has won a couple K1 tournaments, so he may have made $1 million by this point, but still, it's just a massive chunk of money. Let's look at the footwork of Petrosyan. Let's see what he's doing in particular. Anything special? Just so good at evasion, whether it be high or low. Takes that little step out to the side to cut the angle on that low kick. And Sana really trying, and he's somebody who's had success against so many high-level fighters, very dangerous fighters, and he just went in and rolled through them. But the thing is, you got to land on Petrosyan to hurt him, and right now he's not having a lot of success. Landed a couple little light shots there. The amazing thing about Giorgio is he is so effective at punching while backing up. So even if you decide to get super offensive with him, you can just still get tagged on your way in. He doesn't just take that Dutch guard and just let you throw on him like a punching bag. Look at this, always looking for the opening. I really do feel, in spite of some people who are going to say, like, oh, you know, Super Bond knocked him out and that makes him better. I really still do feel that Petrosyan is one of the best in the world. Yes, he had a couple setbacks with big knockouts, but to have over 100 fights and only 2 losses is just ridiculous. But he did get caught there. That was a left hook, and I think his legs might have just gone a little wobbly for a second. Saw a little fall in his head height after that hook. Right back on him, though. And he doesn't stay far away. Like, he's standing right within punch range. Got caught there, but also landed his own cross. They both scored techniques. I love the left hand that he posts out. Just interrupts people. They're kind of like, whoa, what the heck? Why do I have a hand in the middle? And then he'll use that to just lightly jab to set up something else. Got caught on the fade back there, but you're not allowed to grab the round kicks. Under 1FC kickboxing rules and most organizations, catching a kick is okay. Better round for Sana. I wouldn't say it's one that he won by any means, but at least he's landed some shots. And let's jump to a couple highlights of round number 2. In my mind, it is 2-0 at this point in favor of Petrosyan. So he goes for the left hook, takes that little step out to the side to cut the angle, throws the cross. He does it 2 times in a row, and then changes his angles to that nice uppercut, and then finds the low kick. Just does such a good job of changing positions and finding what's open instead of just throwing to something which is already guarded or going to be an easy block for his opponent. So you have to figure in this 3rd round that Sana's corner has told him you got to go for it. Maybe we'll see some more action, some more pressure from him. Comes out with a big left hook. Yeah, hunting early. Got a good shell there to deal with those counters from Petrosyan. Yeah, he's pushing a little bit more. He's got that good pressure. But Giorgio putting good pressure back, making sure that he's just not getting backed up. Giorgio's round kicks are quite unique in the fact they're really hard to deal with because he'll either kick and on the read chamber change them to a front kick so they're hard to catch, or he'll post his leg out and use it as a block technique so you can't move in and throw the counter. Sana really trying, but good head movement from Petrosyan, just dropping the height so the punches go over top. It's good movement. See how he gets his arms on the inside of Sana's biceps, both arms, to make it very difficult for him to punch. And he also slows up the action a little bit. Even though you're not allowed to clench, he's not technically clenching. He's just creating difficulty in Sana actually being able to do anything effective with his hands. Right there, he does it again with his right arm, just sneaks it to the inside. Good stalling technique and control technique from the inside. Yeah, I mean, a good start from Sana, and then he just got countered and lost that exchange clearly. See, once again, he throws the round kick, he brings it back like a front kick, so that catch doesn't work. Sana definitely reaching to catch some kicks, which again is not allowed. Yeah. You just watch Petrosyan's left round kick and you just see how hard it is to get anything happening on it in terms of catching or countering. It's pretty impressive. Coming down to almost the last 30 seconds of this fight. I think $1 million on the line. Is Sana going to really open up and go for it? Because he's definitely behind on the scorecards, but you always have a puncher's chance when you are a strong guy like him. You score that big knockdown. He threw that hook in full power. Yeah, they don't like even touching the leg with the hand. No catching allowed. Good time to just unleash a massive combo from Sana if he can. His left hook is powerful. It's just Giorgio is so good at that little fade back. And there we go. $1 million. Let's see who's going to get this. We will go to the scorecards on this fight. A couple highlights first. Slow motion on that round kick re-chamber. A little nice hop fake forward on the front kick. Just that Thai hop slide. There's that $1 million check. And the ONE FC president. Both fighters in the center of the cage. You'll note that within ONE FC, they fight in both rings and cages, whether it be MMA, Muay Thai, or kickboxing. And yes, Giorgio picks up a nice belt and an even nicer check for his amazing performance in this 8-man tournament. I hope to see him back in the ring at some point soon within ONE FC.